Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we will be discussing about the difference between hydraulic gradient line and energy gradient line. First, we will discuss this with regard to the pipe flow. If the fluid is flowing through a pipe, then obviously it will have energy, and this energy is represented in the form of heads. That is, one is the datum head, another is the pressure head, and the kinetic head. These are the three heads that demonstrate the flow energy if the fluid is flowing through a pipe. The combination or sum of datum head and the pressure head is known as the hydraulic gradient line, is known as the hydraulic gradient or the hydraulic gradient line. So if we have this pipe flow and we have the datum at the center, then obviously if we insert a piezometer in the pipe, it will represent the pressure head at any point, and this combined with the datum head will give us the hydraulic gradient. And when we combine the hydraulic gradient at different point, we get a hydraulic gradient line. On the other hand, if we add the velocity head to this hydraulic gradient, then we get the energy gradient. And combining the energy gradient at different point, we get the energy gradient line. In case we have a piezometer in pipe at this location and at this location, then this piezometric head will help us to find the hydraulic gradient line. On the other hand, if we want to know the total energy or the energy gradient line, then we have to insert a static petard tube. Petard tube will represent the total energy, that is including the velocity head or the kinetic energy of the flow. So by using a petard tube, we can get the energy gradient line, or if we know the velocity, then we can find the velocity head as v square upon 2g, and upon adding this to the hydraulic gradient line, we can estimate the energy gradient line. So energy gradient line will obviously be above the hydraulic gradient line. In case of, this is the case of pipe flow, and as we discussed that in case of open channel flow in earlier videos, we have discussed that the hydraulic gradient line lies on the water surface. Here the water surface is the top surface of this pipe, but the hydraulic gradient line is above this top surface of the flow. But in case of open channel flow, since this water surface is open to the atmosphere, the pressure here at this top surface of water is atmospheric pressure, and if we insert a piezometer at this top surface, no pressure head will rise. So the pressure head here in open channel flow will be itself the depth of flow. That is, here if the depth is y1 and here the depth is y2, then these will represent the pressure head. And when we add this with the datum head, if we assume this datum line here, and if we add this with the datum head, this line itself will represent the hydraulic gradient line, or the water surface will itself represent the hydraulic gradient line. And when we add the velocity head along with this hydraulic gradient line, then we will get energy gradient line. So this is the difference between the how the there is difference between open channel hydraulic gradient line and the pipe flow hydraulic gradient line. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to the channel, share the video, and join the membership of this channel.